your Division II National Showcase. Time for the men to take the floor. The Marauders of Central State University and the Spring Hill College Badgers. The Marauders come in having been picked to win the West, but injuries have ravaged them a little bit, whereas the Badgers have dealt with their fair share of injuries as well. Here we go. Damon Bethea alongside the former Michigan State star. I'm Darren Goldwater, and we're glad you're with us for the Division II National Showcase, second matchup of the year.
It's going to be a good game here. I think both these teams decimated by injuries and all that, but the kids that they have out here on the floor for both teams are going to give it their all today.
Freshman Reeves, his pass deflected by a fellow freshman in Allison. Late in the shot clock now. That one is just off the front rim. This is Jared Holland. Two guys on the floor right now averaging 13 points a game for the Badgers, who are wearing black. Their big man 21 Fisher and Allison, their freshman number 2. Here's Fisher. Allison with 2 gets it off to Fisher, who does not get the shot off.
Great defense there to start off the game by the Marauders. The Badgers still a little late into the clock, couldn't find an open look, but believe it or not, that the Badgers actually passed up a couple shots there.
There's Martin Oliver, junior out of Chicago, and it's Josiah Wilson, the freshman. He's getting the start today because the Marauders are even thinner than they have been. And now it's Monfort. He's been playing great ball.
Orion Monfort is, he's averaging 11 points a game right now. Obviously, with their top 4 scorers are already out, or top 4 players are out. But he's really come on strong for Coach Price's basketball club.
His scoring is up because in his last 7, he's averaging 15 a game. Talk about someone playing well.
Yeah.
Allison is averaging 17 a game in his last 6 coming in.
Yeah, Justin Allison, who's really been playing well, and Coach Kennedy loves the kid. The fact that he can really score the basketball, is kind of crafty with it.
Last touch by Spring Hill. David Daniels, 6'5" freshman, jumps into the passing lane.
Yeah, David Daniels, his father went to Northwestern, played football there, and this kid is, he's comes from a very athletic gene pool.
Here's Montfort once again. Reeves on the inside is called for the foul.
Actually, Reeves, who got called for the foul, his dad was a Big Ten athlete as well. His dad, Scott Reeves, played at Ohio State, so you got a lot of offspring out here who have big-time athleticism in their family.
Craig Kennedy, first-year head coach, but he has been an assistant athletic director here since 2015, so now he's kind of doubled up his duties. Watching his freshman Allison go halfway down with Fisher crashing in. He missed the bunny. Fisher working hard.
Fisher just outworking everyone down there. Hey, I'll miss it, I'll go get it. I'll miss it, I'll go get it till I get it. He's just out there working, and he's playing a little bit fired up right now.
Underneath it was intended for the freshman. Instead, it caroms all the way back out to Monfort, who's missed there on each of the last 2 trips.
Monfort with another good look.
One of the best point guards in the league here. Holland cradles it, throws up a wild shot. It's tipped home by Daniels.
Daniels. Athleticism, great tap in, but that was part of everybody.
In your house, there's really no excuse to not try it.
Get started for 60% less at SmileDirectClub.com.
Alongside the former Michigan State star Damon Bethea, Darren Goldwater with you in Mobile, Alabama, at Spring Hill College. The Marauders came in riding Orion Monfort. He got off to a great start, but this is the story of the game.
He got off to a great start. Here's the 2-dribble pull-up action right there. There's a 1-dribble pull-up action. And he was scoring for him early on, but here's the injury off of a drive, just a freakish landing. And right now we don't know about his what's going to have his status, if he's going to be able to return or not. So the Marauders of Central State University have to figure out a way to get balanced scoring while their biggest scoring threat is in the locker room.
As David pointed out a couple of minutes ago, they're now down, the Marauders are, to 7 available players, one of which is Tom Johnson. Of the guys left, he leads them in scoring, rebounds, assists, and steals.
Right now, Tom Johnson is making a difference.
So is Brandon Fisher.
So is Brandon Fisher down there. That's just a big, strong move. Going to us finishing with the left hand.
Johnson takes Brent off the drive and will pick up the foul.
Right. Tom Johnson has given Christian Brent a lot of trouble right now on the drive, but here's this high-low action. Brandon Fisher just turns over the top of Josiah Wilson, he's got the size, he's got the height, he's got a mismatch. It's a mismatch problem down there. Obviously, Central State is short on bodies, so they're playing essentially 4 guards and 1 big, and right now Brandon Fisher has an advantage down there. He's got to take advantage of it. Now, flip side here, Goldie. Central State's got a quickness advantage, so they're taking advantage of that. Obviously, Tom Johnson has been taking Christian Brent to the basket the last few times, and he's been pretty successful with it. But now they've got a 2-point lead.
Johnson's got 7 points after Montfort scored the first 6. Brant stays out there with a couple of fouls. Grayson Rogers, number 14, with the high hair underneath, just checked in. Here's Rogers now with the ball. Sutton, power move, high off the window. Fisher knocks it back to Brant, and he'll throw through.
Christian Brent just found a little catch in the cushion.
I got some Christian Brant trivia coming your way here in a minute.
Okay.
Joey Williams has the answer.
Joey Williams right back. But before that, just a battle of the rebound and tapped out to Christian Brant, and he gets what I call a little cash in the cushion, a little unexpected cash. But Joey Williams right there responds back for Central State.
Now it's Allison right at Raymond, and we got a track meet going back and forth here. Tied at 20, halfway through the half. Short for 3, so it's Brant who gets fouled by Johnson. And that'll be the second on Johnson. Remember, we'll point this out a couple of times. They're thin.
Yeah. Johnson's got to be a little bit smarter at that for Coach Price. Coach Price obviously with a great career. Coach Price, I don't know, you're probably too young to remember this, Cody, but Coach Price was a heck of a player at Notre Dame, man.
And he coached under Digger.
Yes, Phelps. He did. And he coached under Coach Knight, too. Pat Knight.
Solid guy.
Runner by Justin Allison.
Central State was picked to win the West Division of the SIAC, but defections, injuries, have them at 5 wins right now. Brant knocks it free from Reeves. And it's Grayson Rogers who wins it off the floor and throws it to Clarkson. Josiah Wilson. 6'4" freshman's going to hear that all game.
Oh, yeah, he's going to hear that all game, but you have to take your hat off for the aggression getting to the basket. Getting to the basket, he just short-armed the dunk. But on the other end, right now, Justin Allison is just, he's giving Central State the blues. And he don't think he's a blues singer.
Allison's got 7. Daniels has 6. And 5 from Fisher. How about this? Montfort back into the game.
Good to see. Good to see Montfort get back in the game.
They played very well without him. Watch out. Christian Brant takes it away from Montfort. Smart of Montfort not to contest that.
Right now, the Badgers are all over the place.
Here's Montfort trying to get it to Reeves, but it's off the head of Allison and out of bounds.
A little rolling action. Mumford knows that he should have made a pocket pass instead of going over the top to the big. The big's hands is never ready for that. They're always ready for that pocket pass, though.
How do you get the dunk, Josiah? Here's Clarkson, 5 to shoot, over Rogers. Wow, that's a tough three.
Wow, that's tough by Clarkson. Head up, shot clock going down, just able to nail it.
Allison has 3 Marauders around him. Shakes it. And hits the one.
He's making a pay as his hair is flowing like Fabio today. And he's drawing.
17 a game in his last 6 for number 2 with the long hair, defending the ball right now. Clarkson keeps the dribble. Allison blows by him. And Clarkson's going to take that one. Grayson Rogers is tied up and fouled.
Great end-to-end action here.
Heck of an environment here at Spring Hill College. Injuries
Here's
have forced
Justin Allison, a.k.a. Fabio, as he hits the 3 and lets his hair flow all the way back down to Mobile.
In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
in the middle of that huddle, Justin Allison, a freshman from Pelham, Alabama, not too far from here, having himself a half.
Yes, he is. Right now, he's been able to get it. He's been able to get to the spots where he likes to get the ball at, his hot spots. There was an elbow jump shot. Then there was a drive. Now there's a catch and shoot 3 ball. As he's got it going, and he's got it flowing. Not just his hair, but his game too right now.
Damon, let me ask you this. Neither team is very deep right now. Only 8 players are dressed for the Marauders. Only 7 have played right now for the Badgers. Can they keep this pace with the lack of depth?
It's gonna be tough. Both coaches are gonna have to use the timeouts and use the sub. If both coaches who are, very experienced, if they use their substitutions, you can still keep up this pace. But getting guys that proper rest at the proper time, that's so important. When you're looking at players, it's not so much, how they're flowing. A guy could be hot, but you might have to take him out because if you look at his body language, is he tired or not? Where are we at in the game, matchups, and all that. So right now, with Central State being the road team, they're at a disadvantage when you're looking at depth right now.
Clarkson operating the point because Tom Johnson's on the bench with 2 fouls. Monfort got a step on Brandt. That ball was affected by Rogers and put back through.
Right. Joey Williams just muscled through and put that in and found the glass. He got some love.
Spring Hill shooting 57%. The Marauders at 46. Just an up and down pace here. As Allison drills another, he's the first to double figures at 12.
Another catch and shoot right there for Justin Allison. He is having himself a great first half of basketball.
Only a freshman is Allison.
12 points right now.
Carrying. Grayson Rogers defending on Martin Oliver now, who missed it wildly. No foul call, now the whistle will come.
Rogers used his length right there to get Oliver to take a more of a contested left-hand layup. Just great defense there by Grayson Rogers. Here's Allison again. Too much room. He's got that much space. You get a lot of stuff in. He's dancing, man. He's got room on the dance floor. You gotta close that space off and make it a little bit more uncomfortable for him. Now he's got another chance here to add to his totals.
He's got a lot of things going on for him. The hair, the talking, backing it all up with his play. That foul went against Joey Williams, who caught him with an elbow going after the ball. Allison was coached by Joel Floyd at Pelham. Second all-time, over 1,500 points at Pelham High School.
Yeah. He's a natural scorer.
9-2 run right now for the Badgers. That was wildly hoisted up, and Brandon Fisher collects it. That's his 10th rebound already.
He's doing a yeoman's work on the board. That was a heat check.
That's the definition of a heat check.
That is the definition of a heat check. I know it's hot in this gym, but I don't know if you're that hot yet.
Monfort checks the line and puts one right back in over Allison.
He's got a heat check too. I guess that knee's feeling good.
They needed some points. They've been in a dry spell for quite some time. Here's Holland now. Rogers crashes in. It's stripped free by Clarkson underneath. Martin Oliver to the rim.
Central State is not going away. They are staying right within arm's reach of Spring Hill, and they're finish my point. They're actually, no matter what the run, here's Oliver with a crossover, kind of a baby Euro step to get to the rim. He and Johnson early on, Tom Johnson also with the Marauders, they're getting to the rim pretty easy right now. And Spring Hill's got to have to do a better job at getting guys in front of these guys so that they cannot get to the rim as easily. Now on the other end, Marauders are fouling way too much. Here's Allison here going to the line. Once again, it's the second time in the line here since the under 8 timeout.
He's there because of the second foul on Monfort. He stays on the floor. Along with Monfort, the starting point guard, Tom Johnson, also on the floor with 2 fouls. Here's Johnson directing the action. All 5-10 of them, the team's leading rebounder. Reeves kicks one across the baseline.
Wilson, that's a great pass to Wilson. Wilson shot that jumper right in rhythm. And, hey, you're getting some contributions from other guys not named Mumford or Johnson.
Allison tried to do a little bit too much himself. Here comes Tom Johnson. Craig Kennedy was at the women's game before this. He joined us at the half. He said, first team to 100 and this men's game wins. And he might be right. Johnson takes Jared Holland to the glass.
See, this is what Central State and Coach Price, they want to do. They want to spread you out and drive.
Dotson just off the bench, misfires from 3. Last touch by Rogers. Central State ball.
Right now, this is Central State's philosophy offensively. They want to they want to drive you, spread you out and drive you. There's Johnson again getting to the hole with a little baby runner off the glass.
Oliver sizing up Andrew Dotson here, who commits the foul. Redshirt junior transferred in from New Hampshire. And there's a timeout on the floor. 36-34, both teams shooting at least 50%. The Badgers leading Central State, second matchup of the year. The first one went to Central, which won their first ever SIAC West title last year. We're picked to do it again this year. What a track meet it's been so far. A lot of fun.
It's been a lot of fun here. The first 16 minutes of this first half, these teams are there's no shortage of gasoline being put on these two teams' fires. That's for sure.
Connect with Division II Athletics on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Follow along, join the conversation as the NCAA promotes national champions in 25 Division II sports. Johnson throws it out of bounds.
Great, that was great defense there by the Badgers. Spring Hill just really overplayed everything and never gave anybody an avenue to catch the basketball.
Craig Kennedy's team went on a 9-2 run. Now it's the Marauders who have answered with a 9-2 run of their own. Justin Allison's been carrying this team. He's blocked from behind by Joey Williams.
right there. And Central State didn't run, what they ran. Spring Hill ran a little horns action right there, and Allison just kept going. Nobody stepped out. The big didn't step out to try to force a detour by Allison getting to the rim. He just turned the corner and was able to draw a foul and get to the line.
Actually got a foul there on Williams, which is why he's so despondent at the moment. Looked like a nice block there from behind. So Allison is back to the line.
Third time to the line here in the first half, and he's making them pay right now. He's having a great first half, and he's got 17 points right now.
I've never seen what I just saw. Craig Kennedy, the head coach of the Badgers in black, during those free throws is throwing Tootsie Rolls into the stands to the students right behind us. Nice, great strong move. Take from Oliver.
Craig Kennedy is he's the Jackie Moon of Spring Hill, man. He's promoting, he's coaching the team, he's doing it all.
He's doing everything.
A bear bet not come out here at halftime, I tell you that much.
Rogers is pinned in the corner. Oh, the extra pass was there. Instead, Holland put it on the deck and got fouled by Oliver. 2 shots now.
Yeah, 2 shots. Just a little bit. Oliver was just a little too aggressive there, going for that steal.
Holland had the extra pass. There was a wide open Badger on the wing.
Fouls are starting to mount up here for the Marauders, and they have to play defense without fouling here. Getting to the locker room, 3 minutes and 19 seconds left in the first half. And I know Coach Price right now is thinking about what type of lineups can go in and how can he use his bench and use what he's got right now on his roster. Obviously, has been depleted, and that's unfortunate for Central State.
Senior from right here, Baker High School in Mobile, is Jared Holland. Played in 105 games in his career here at Spring Hill. They have a nice little mix of experience and youth.
Yes, they do. And that's, obviously Coach Craig Kennedy, he inherited, a lot of these guys since he just came on as coach. And once he gets going, and obviously through recruiting, I think he's going to have a real big-time opportunity to keep Spring Hill on the map.
Johnson collapses the defense. Oliver can't take advantage of it, and we got a foul. And that is against Josiah Wilson. That's his first.
Now we got a free throw battle here. After having a track meet, got the tortoise in the hair going on here.
The free throw battle is a one-sided affair. Only 14 fouls committed by Spring Hill.
And, just like Spring Hill is on an uphill battle, obviously Coach Price and Central State has, obviously they've got a couple of kids that were All-Americans out. Two other kids who could have been potential All-Americans. That's a lot of talent in Wilberforce, Ohio. So, hopefully, down the road here going into next year, and obviously this year with them being 5 and 18, it's tough.
And that's one of the biggest differences between Division I and Division II. The depth isn't there at the Division II level like it is at the Division I level. So when you're down 3 or 4 guys and a couple All-Americans, it is a striking difference. But you still got guys who got some hops like Oliver, who's fouled going for that alley-oop.
Did he? Was that a trampoline he jumped off of? Man.
I mean, that's like Zion Williams ups.
Yeah, that's how high he was.
Junior from Chicago. Played his high school ball at Hyde Park.
Few players that came out of Hyde Park.
Chicago's had a couple players come out of there.
Just a few.
3-point lead for the Badgers. Holland wasn't ready for it, and they turned it over for the 6th time. Badgers have led by as many as 9. The Marauders had a 2-point lead momentarily, about halfway through this half.
Yeah, they're staying within arms.
Staying on this end, Allison will ask to touch it.
They're keeping it arms. They're keeping within striking distance. That's for sure. It's a matter of just keep making plays as Spring Hill goes to a zone here. They're switching up now because of all the driving that the Marauders are doing.
Oliver, nicely done. Cut off by Daniels on the baseline, and it is last touch by Allison again. The flowing hair, number 2, Justin Allison knocks it out of bounds.
Spring Hill's doing a great job at rallying to the ball. When I say rally to the ball, it's helping recover in defense. I mean, hey, they're cutting off dribble lanes and making it tough and just keeping their ground and right there. The backside, he sees 4 defenders.
Johnson had a clean look. That ball hung on the rim, so Williams could have put it back home. And then a foul's committed. So they have the ball down on this end of the floor for almost 60 seconds. And in the end, they're going to get 2 free throws to the Badgers without scoring. Josiah Wilson's second foul. He is the 5th now. Central State player with 2 fouls.
Yeah, so foul, like we said, just not even a minute ago, fouls are starting to mount up as Allison goes to the free throw line again. He may have 20 in the first half.
Price, the former 7th round pick of the Washington Bullets, not the Wizards.
Yeah.
Ended up playing overseas for about 13 years.
Hey, if you got game, all the money's all good, man.
Did you play overseas?
Yep, 6 years.
Where were you?
Sweden, Portugal, Italy, down in South America and Chile.
Wow.
Great time.
Damon Bethea is the world traveler. I'm Darren Goldwater. Glad you're with us for the Division II National Showcase. He was also a pretty good basketball player at Michigan State. Oliver is trying to do a lot. It is through the legs and last touch by Wilson. Badgers have lost 2 straight. Central State's won 3 of their last 5. Both teams just trying to put the pieces together before tournament time. About 6 or 7 games from now.
Yeah, you want to be playing your best basketball at about this time of the year. And right now, I think that the Badgers are looking pretty good. I mean, obviously, their record is not reflective of it because they've had some injuries as well, and they've lost 10 of their last 11, but you couldn't tell the way they've come out and played today, this afternoon.
I asked you before if they could keep up the pace with the lack of depth. Fisher's been on the bench for a while. Brandon, number 21, top of your screen. He just came back in. He had 10 rebounds. Just about the midway point of this half, he already had his 10.
Yeah, he was very active on the glass. At one time, he got his own rebound twice.
Look at this. They need more towels to get the perspiration off the floor. Like to bring in the reserve towels.
Hey, the young fellas are sweating and working hard. And the crowd gives him a rousing applause.
These students behind us, I don't think have sat down the entire game.
No, they've been active. They've been great.
Holland finds the seam. Defense collapses. Rogers doesn't take advantage of it. But Fisher saves the possession. Now it's Dotson with the little run.
A little dribble pull-up, a little pop, a little stop and pop. Now we got a 3-2 zone here by Spring Hill, trying to slow down the dribble drives of the Marauders.
Wilson wanted it. Instead, he comes up, sets the screen for Oliver, who puts it halfway down as we're inside 50 seconds to play in the half. Holland hesitates, rolls it off. There's Fisher with his 11th board and 7 points.
Brandon Fisher with Johnny on the spot. Calls again, once again, and people come over, players came over to try to block Holland's shot. Leaves the back door open, and Holland corrects another offensive rebound, always in transition. It's a great time to try and get an offensive rebound. It's always tough for teams to block you out in transition.
Coming up at the half. We'll tell you what's coming up here in 1 second after we look at this.
Rogers with the outlet pass to Holland. Holland with a little dipping and driving, and look at Brandon Fisher on the weak side, create some space, and got a little lefty put back here for his 11th rebound already.
Coming up at the half, we will have soon to be the all-time winningest coach in volleyball at any level in the NCAA. It's Peggy Martin. She's been coaching 43 years. She is here at Spring Hill now. You want to guess how many wins she's got?
Oh, she's got a close to 1,500.
You're right. She's got 1,341. She is 7 wins shy of the record. Well, 8. 7 will tie her.
43 years. She averages like 30 wins a year.
Solid.
That's recruiting. All right, coach.
So we'll talk with Peggy Martin coming up at the half. 9-point lead matches the largest of this half for the homestanding Badgers.
Game was tied at 38.
Monfort off the bench in that timeout, rims one off. Wow. Should play baseball instead. Look at that. Rogers leaves it off for Fisher. He just wanted an extra rebound.
Fisher's having a good first half in and around the rim.
Here's Clarkson now jacking up a deep 3.
Clarkson with 2 big-time threes.
That 3 closes the deficit from double figures down to 8 as we go into the locker room. We remind you what Craig Kennedy told us before the game. First one to 100 could win, and his team's got 49 after 20 minutes of play. Justin Allison, the story of the first half.
Great end-to-end action. You got Mumford with a 3, but then you've got Justin, Fabio, hair flowing, Allison, who's picking up all the slack for the Spring Hill.
Everyone would have known was there.
20 million members have connected to a deeper family story. Order your kit at Ancestry.com.
It's certainly not possible for me or any adult to be asleep in this gym. It's been pretty loud in here, but sometimes that's just music to the ears of the young ones. At the half, the Badgers do lead it by 8, and they're nearly halfway to 100. Pleased to be joined now by Peggy Martin, who is currently the head coach of the volleyball team here at Spring Hill. And obviously the big news, we'll touch on this, and I know modesty, you don't want to dive too deep into it, but 7 wins away from tying the all-time every level record for victories. You've got over 1,300 wins. What's the key to longevity?
Well, I think it's just being in love with what you do. I tried to retire once, wasn't too good at it, and Spring Hill gave me the opportunity to come back when we were still in AIA, and I had been at D2 at a high level for a long time, and then AIA was refreshing, but then we came back to D2, so I kind of know what I'm doing here. Had a few years there, and I really do still love it.
You were at Central Missouri, that's what you were referencing, and now you've been here about 10 years?
10.
Just finished up the 10.
Yeah, just finished.
How is this different than your stint or 2 stints with Central Missouri?
Well, of course, I was younger, probably a little wilder, and probably the players here don't think I've mellowed, but the players from Central Missouri would say I've mellowed quite a bit. But it's the same atmosphere, I think, spending a long career at the D2 level. It's something that, there is another life besides D1. And for kids that want the opportunity to compete at a high level, but they don't necessarily want to be married to their sport, the D2 experience gives you the best of both worlds. We still compete hard. We still work hard. The kids are great in the classroom. It's the ultimate experience, as far as I'm concerned, for a collegiate athlete.
Peggy Martin, we'll just make sure we get it right. 1,341 wins. You are chasing Larry Bach, who had a 41-year career, Juniata and Navy. 1,348 wins for him. So you're getting there. What would it mean if you if you can do it next year?
You know, I heard a coach lately get a milestone win and say it didn't matter because it was a personal goal. And I don't think there's anything in a team sport that's a personal goal. You know, you don't win by yourself, obviously. I learned from an old coach a long time ago that was a pretty good coach in the state of Alabama. His name was Bryant, first name Bear, that you surround yourself with good people. And I've been able to do that not only for the kids that we recruit, the good student athletes, but the assistant coaches I've had over the years. So I think it'll be special for everyone that had any part in any win. And then, of course, they had to live with me through the losses. So, you know, the winning was much more fun for them also. So I think it will be special for a lot of people.
And before we let you go, the win still enjoyed the same? The losses still hurt the same?
Absolutely.
Never changes.
Probably the losses hurt a little more now.
Because you're getting so close. Peggy Martin, we appreciate your time. Good luck next year.
Thank you.
Head women's volleyball coach here at Spring Hill, soon to be the all-time winningest volleyball coach at any level of NCAA. At the half, 49-41, Badgers lead.
Show me the crown. Show me homecoming. Baby sloth videos on YouTube.
Amy, do you mind giving someone else a turn?
I got a pizza for Amy.
Yes!
Xfinity lets you search Netflix, Prime Video, and YouTube with the sound of your voice. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
This telecast is presented by the NCAA Division II President's Council. Welcome to NCAA Division II, where the pursuit of excellence is yours to create. In Division II, student athletes excel academically, athletically, and in the community for life after graduation. The opportunities are endless. Make it yours. An opportunity that the Badgers are taking advantage of now, leading by 8 at the break of your Division II National Showcase.
More food. Artificial intelligence helps us change the way we feed the world.
The home of the Badgers, Spring Hill College here in Mobile, 49-41. They lead the visitors from Central State. We bring Damon Bethea back in here with us, the former star at Michigan State. Impressions there the first half?
Well, impressions in the first half was all about pace, foul trouble, and who's going to come back with the best depth right now, who's going to get as much as they can get out of their bodies right now, because it's an up and down pace. It's an 8-point basketball game. But I like where both teams sit at right now based on what they got.
Central State a little bit more balanced than Spring Hill is, but it's kind of a two-man process here. Mumford and Allison guarding.
Yeah, man, Mumford is going to work. I think they might be guarding each other most of the game, letting you score, I score. But obviously Mumford got his stuff off well, but then also Justin, Fabio, Allison was the star of the first half with 19 points, and he was on fire in all aspects.
Second half coming your way next. Ready to go here. Second half action. Alongside Damon Bethea, Darren Goldwater with you. On to the second half, where the Badgers' largest lead in the first was 11. Central State led it by 2 when it was just 20-18.
Yeah, right there. Central State clogged up that initial action there by Spring Hill. They tried to do a cross-screen, down-screen action.
Fisher hat ripped away by Wilson. Good idea up ahead, but Johnson throws it off the fingertips of his freshman Reeves.
That's a great pass. Reeves said it was his fault. He kind of knew it. He knew he could have got. I think he's got a sore wrist there. That lefty wrist right now has been bothering. Coach Price did say he was just getting back off an injury too.
Allison pulls up right off the bounce. It's knocked out of bounds by Daniels, and coming back to Central State.
Allison trying to pick up where he left off at.
Damon, both teams shot around 50% in the first half. The biggest difference that I could see, second chance points heavily in favor of the Badgers.
Yeah, heavily in favor. Obviously, they lead them, with 8 offensive rebounds. You're going to get that, especially out of Fisher.
High floater gets the roll for the freshman from Plano East High School in Texas, Josiah Wilson.
Yeah, he got some, Reeves is a freshman, Wilson is a freshman. They got some pretty good talent still here at Central State, even though they got a lot of bodies missing.
Here's Fisher now, working his way towards a double-double. Instead, he'll find an assist, or try to, but Daniels doesn't hit the rim.
Yeah, that was just an RBP, rim bypass.
Reeves, wow, just barely got the ball. Daniels went through the ball.
That's just having confidence. The guard's still having confidence in the big young fella and still able to give him the ball, even though he fumbled that one out of bounds prior to that.
4 straight points to open the half for the Marauders at Central State in Ohio. Down the lane, Daniels through contacts.
Central State is, they are gang rebounding right now. Gang rebounding.
Monfort went down with an injury with the ball in the first half, hurt his knee, but came back to lead the team with 9 points. Reeves wanted Monfort.
Yeah, as Reeves gets older and learns how to play, he's got to. As he gets older, he'll go and be more offensive minded when he gets in there. He had 2 feet in the paint. You got to go to score. You got to go score that, not look to pass out. But there's also too has a lot to do with his injury. May not have much confidence in his offensive game right now.
Holland and Fisher, little two-man game. Fisher's now down 11.
Brandon Fisher knows how to use his body down in and around the basket, and he shielded off the defense and was able to create space for himself to have a nice little angle to get that off the glass.
Open, Oliver, a little bit strong from the corner. Here comes Allison, 3-on-2.
Great defense by Tom Johnson.
Leads the league in steals, over 2.5 a game. Montford. This is what you missed in the
look
first
at that.
half.
Tom Johnson with another steal.
Up and down action continuing here in this second half as Daniels rips down the rebound. Not even time to catch your breath.
They will during a timeout.
That's about the only time. Brandon Fisher now lines up the 3. That's off the mark. He's only got 11 of them this year.
Yeah, that's kind of a settled shot. You get a little bit tired, Got
the block there on Holland.
Yeah, just a little bit. Holland was trying to actually catch him in the air, and it looked like it was a little bit harder than what it really was. But, Brandon Fisher's 3-pointer down here. Sometimes fatigue. They say the old adage, fatigue makes cowards of us all. Not saying the kid is a coward or anything, but it's just the expression like, hey, you know what? I don't feel like moving. I'm going to just settle for a shot. And he kind of settled there for that 3.
And whether or not you consciously want to, your body's just saying, hang on.
Body's telling you, hey.
Montford hangs and nails one over Allison.
Shot. The advantage of being a lefty.
All 8 players who are dressed have played for the Marauders. All 8 of them have scored. Fisher tried to force one across the lane. It's last touched by Daniels out of bounds.
Central State's doing a great job of rallying the ball there, giving them different looks defensively. But here's Mumford with a little hanger. Oh, man, the cliffhanger by Mumford.
Sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
For all the latest news, stats, rankings, and more, visit NCAA.com. NCAA.com, the official online home for all 25 NCAA Division II championships.
Oh, man.
He's going for the singing title, maybe the dancing title.
Single title, dancing title. Oh, man.
You know you're feeling good when you're just singing in a crowded place and talking to your hand.
Yeah, that's the definition of an iPhone. Only he knew what was on that phone line.
Former Michigan State star David Bethea, Darren Goldwater. Glad you're with us here. It's been a good game. Up and down pace.
Both teams at a front pace, and right now Central State trying to get a good possession out of it.
Central State's really been dominating this half, however. The Badgers have just 2 points in this half.
Yeah, they've been able to get back within arm's reach where they were at for most of the first half.
Oliver jumps his way around by traveling around Rogers.
Yeah. That was a shake with no bake. Martin Oliver got a little bit to try to use the Euro step at the wrong time.
Fisher already tried 1-3. He'll drive and get turned away by Oliver.
Great defense by Oliver.
Oliver is listed at 6'2". He looks not as tall, but he went up and challenged Fisher.
He's got some springs. He's got some springs in those legs, so he plays much bigger.
Trying to bump off Grayson Rogers. That's not going to happen. So Monfort pulls up over Holland, who fouled the jump shooter, and a chance to get this game within a point.
Oh. Typical left-hander, and I'm going to say this from experience of being a left-hander. When left-handers go right, we want to do that for momentum to get up, and you're not expecting it, and he still got his elbow clipped. So he's expecting the contact as a lefty, but as a person guarding a lefty, it looks awkward. And he goes up, and boom, he had that hand right there trying to challenge it. But as we go into the timeout, that's just a heck of a play by Mumford. It's the second time he's done that this half.
You just don't expect that shooting arm to be the left arm.
Nope, his hand, Holland got caught with his hand in the cookie jar right there.
Craig Kennedy takes the timeout. His 8-point lead is down to 1, 14 and a half to play.
No, what? That?
1-point game out of the timeout for Spring Hill College. The confusion right now, the game started moments ago, and then there was a clock issue, and they stopped it trying to figure out if they should change the shot clock. They did not, so back to basketball.
Right now, Central State to start this half, they are really showing Justin Allison a lot of attention, and they were trying to get the high-low action over the top Fisher, but Josiah Wilson did a good job at dead front net and making it a tough pass. And you can't throw that pass on an even plane. It's got to be a pop pass like we talked about during the women's game. The fact of the matter is you got to be able to throw it towards the corner of the backboard. Only Brandon Fisher should be able to get that.
Lead was as large as 11 in the first half for the Badgers. It's down to 1. If you missed the first end of this doubleheader, the women's game, it was a 2-point win for Spring Hill. Great day of basketball here. Oliver hesitates, gets the baseline, and then gets hammered by Fisher.
He manufactured himself to the free throw line on that possession. Got it, did a half little spin move. Half spin move here. Oh, that old Steve Smith move. Got around Rogers and drew the contact by Fisher down low. Martin Oliver has been very active here this whole game, not just this half. You know, he's using his athleticism. He's got a block shot this half. He's got a couple buckets. All while they're pushing him to now tie the basketball game.
but he can't give him the lead. He'll take 1 out of 2. Good Holland, head on a swivel. Daniels skies up, double clutched, and goes to the line.
That was a great attack by Daniels. You know, in the first half, he had a wide open, earlier in this half, he had a wide open jump shot that he ended up airballing, and I think Coach Kennedy wanted him to take the ball to the basket, and he sure did that.
Daniels, who was the first recruit for Craig Kennedy in his first year now, went to Marist High School. He's a freshman now. He set the school record, a 45-foot triple jump.
Yeah, to say the least, I think the guy can skywalk a little bit. I was watching in shoot around. He was doing some dunks. I mean, he was trying some stuff that made my body hurt. Getting old, man.
You know you're getting old when you're watching stuff and it hurts.
Yeah, yeah.
Marauders have showed a lot of heart here. They only dressed 8. They were down 11. They were in danger of getting run out of here. Allison jumps the passing lane. Races Montford to the glass.
Great steal and one by Justin Fabio, his new nickname, Allison. And what happened with that, Montford got his hand caught in the cookie jar, reached in there. Get your hand caught in the cookie jar, your parents make you pay for it.
Back-to-back 20-point games now for the 6-foot freshman from Pelham High School. He's just simply been on a tear. Last 6 games entering today, he was averaging 17 a game. He's got 22 here.
He's really looked good at all 3 phases of scoring the basketball, from the 3 line to the pull-up mid-range and getting to the basket. He's looked really good this year. This game, excuse me.
Marauders have really slowed things down this half. Working the clock, playing some half court.
They're looking at some mismatches.
Allison rifles one down to Fisher. 7 straight for the Badgers after this game got tied. First time that Malik Fisher's been back on the floor here in this half.
Yeah, from early foul trouble.
That's not going to go from Josiah Wilson. Here comes Allison again. Drives right at Montford. Montford's playing with 3 fouls. He couldn't risk it.
No, he couldn't risk it. And Allison just attacking the basket with the scorer's mentality, keeping the gas on the pedal. Right now, here's the point of the game where depth and conditioning will come into play.
9 straight points since this game was tied. It draws the timeout from Central State. Mr. Allison doing a little bit of everything. Nice little 2-man game between Brandon Fisher and Justin Allison. Fisher has his 3rd double-double now in his last 4 games. He's got 13 and 13. Allison's got 24. And they've got 9 straight points to the Badgers.
Allison with a no-look pass here to Fisher, who was, got behind the defense, and easy little lefty. And Allison takes it himself with a strong move and kind of shows him that he's been in the weight room a little bit. He gave us a little flex. I have to talk to the strength and conditioning coach here at Spring Hill, see how much Allison can bench press.
You gonna challenge him?
No.
We're gonna do a Damon Bethea, Justin Allison bench press challenge?
No bench press. I'm gonna challenge his numbers on the bench press. I'm gonna see if he's really as strong as he's playing right now.
Okay.
As far as going to the basket.
All right, I got you.
Because he's playing really strong. He's like the Hulk right now.
Clarkson off the pick and roll. Reeves missed the jam. Second time the Marauders have missed a slam today.
Wow, but you have to take your hat off to Reeves. as he attacked the basket right there and drew a foul. So, obviously the message is getting across, just a screen and roll action, and Clarkson finds him, and he wasn't able to hit it, and Daniels fouls him.
Fouls and free throws have been part of the story of this game. Central State had 4 different players, 5 in fact, with 2 fouls in the first half. And Spring Hill was able to take advantage of that. And then into the second half, they have taken and made 8 more free throws than Central State, and they lead it by 7.
Now a little mock full court pressure by the Marauders here. And, obviously the tempo of the game kind of changes when Randall Clarkson Jr. gets in the game.
Oof, Holland lost around that screen.
Man, a little breezy in here. He blew by him.
Here comes the pace of the game that was in the first half, but Rogers will deflect and steal the pass. Wow. Allison sent Clarkson almost into the bleachers.
Great fake. Great fake by Allison on the move here. Here's Holland. Blows by Reeves and gets a finger roll. No help defense can get there in time for him. Holland's got a lot of pressure on him this afternoon because he's handling the pressure so that Allison can play a little bit more free. Holland is controlling the tempo for Spring Hill, and it's letting Allison get more and more scoring opportunities. So he's doing a good job, a great job as a senior point guard for Coach Craig Kennedy and controlling the tempo here. And now they've been able to build a 10-point lead.
Allison's even hitting his free throws today. He's 10 for 12 from the line.
Yeah, the free throw disparity just by Spring Hill attacking the rim. They're getting, justifiably so. They're getting calls because they're aggressive to get to the rim. They're getting free throws. The disparity is, 10 to 13 on the free throw line.
Allison gets a block.
Yeah, he's doing it all today.
That's just his 3rd of the year. Look out, Grayson Rogers gets hit hard, and Reeves took one as well.
Yeah,
Reeves got him up high, and he took one down low.
And he got kind of need there. That's hopefully Reeves is all right.
I think Reeves took one just below the belt.
Yeah.
Going up for the strong challenge on Grayson Rogers. Right now it's a 13-3 run for Spring Hill. This after Spring Hill began this half 1 for 7. Their 8-point lead disappeared. It was tied at 51. And now 13-2 since.
Yeah, this is just, nobody picked up Rogers in transition, and Reeves got kneed right there on the side of his hip. No malicious play either way, just a high collision up high. So hopefully Reeves can shake this off and come back into this basketball game.
A Central State team that's without its 3 leading scorers for a variety of reasons. Another player could not dress today. Quentin Glaspie is in the concussion protocol. Monford, we already saw, went down. Who's their leading scorer remaining. Fortunately, was able to come back into this game, and now you'd like to see the freshman Reeves re-enter at some point.
That's one more body down. We thought we were going to lose Mumford in the first half, and now Big is out. So it's there's going to be more small ball here unless Reeves can shake this off in a timely fashion with us being under 11 to play.
Still just trying to catch his breath. Meanwhile, Grayson Rogers has been a big lift for the Badgers over his last 3 games, double figures in all 3 of them coming off the bench.
Yeah,
hasn't had the production today, but hasn't needed it.
Yeah, he's been kind of a utility guy today. He's gotten steals, he's gotten rebounds, he's played great defense. And here goes another interesting fact. He's about to become a neurosurgeon.
Yeah, so am I.
Well, we got 2 of them in the house then.
Malik Fisher travels.
Actually, the roster of Spring Hill has two different kids. Fisher is going to be not Fisher, but Rogers wants to be a doctor for sure.
Yeah, he's a biology major.
Yeah, Allison is a nurse, and I think Christian Brandt, his nickname is the mechanic, but I think he's going to try to be a doctor too.
This one's going to stay on this end of the floor here for the Badgers. I promised you Chris Brandt trivia, and I haven't brought it back because Brandt hasn't come back onto the floor in a while. But I'm running out of time. Gonna have to get there.
Okay.
Largest lead of the game right now. Allison. That was tipped. Daniels is there to put it home.
Yep, that tip. And he got that's almost like cashing the cushion. Daniels like, oh man, I thought that was gonna hit the rim. I'm right here.
17-3 run. This has happened in the blink of an eye. Daniels, touch pass to Allison.
Great tap pass right there. That's just great court awareness.
.19-4 run in the last 5 minutes. This was 51 all. Woo. Nice quick move from Tom Johnson.
Quick move by Tom Johnson to kind of break. You know, right now, you need more stops. You got to start getting 3 stops at a time if you're Central State, because Spring Hill is really, they've gone on an unbelievable run here.
Badgers kind of found lightning in a bottle. Down low, Daniels fouled by Clarkson. Or was it? Might not be Clarkson who gets hit with that one.
Williams trying to drive, comes up. They come up with the steal. The tap pass from Daniels to Allison, to the scoop, to the hoop.
Rogers doing some work there by himself. Fisher, ball never hit the rim. Now it does, and he's going to head to the line. Will Brandon Fisher.
Yeah, right now, Rogers, Daniels, and Fisher are having their way down along that baseline. Obviously, they have a little bit more size up front. So right now, Wilson, Fisher for Central State, and Williams all have to play bigger than what they are. I mean, obviously Fisher is 6'8", 6'9", but he's got to play. He's got to play a little bit more wider and take up a little bit more space in a width instead of a length. So he's got to figure it out. They got to figure it out, because right now the front line of Spring Hill is having their way against the front line, or makeshift front line of Central State.
So Fisher now has 15 points and 14 boards. Allison guarding the ball has a game best 28, nearing a career high. Johnson bottled up after the spin, so it's Clarkson who hits the 3.
Clarkson always making something happen when he gets in. I think he's 3 for 4 from 3 right now.
Holland begging for the foul. Thought he got bumped down. Instead, it's a turnover on him.
I think Coach Craig Kennedy kind of wants Holland to maybe slow it up a little bit. Let's take some time off the clock. We got a 14-point lead, and we're nearing the under 8 here.
Clarkson just hit one a couple of seconds ago. And now Fisher needs some help.
Offensive foul.
Commit it. Elbow to the face of Josiah Wilson.
In the cylinder. Coach Kennedy is talking about Wilson was inside of the cylinder, which we, in basketball we have a cylinder, but obviously the official did not think that he was inside that cylinder, and he turned and drew an offensive foul.
Right at the 8-minute mark. So we step aside. Spring Hill's pulled away, leading by 14.
Burger and the sauce and bacon cheeseburger. Try all 3 on the new Made to Crave menu today.
break, the discussion after reviewing the elbow from Fisher is whether or not it should be a flagrant foul. So both coaches are going to be brought in front of us for the explanation here. And let me give you the definition. Flagrant 1 foul involves excessive or severe contact during a live ball, including especially when a player swings an elbow and makes illegal, non-excessive contact with an opponent above the shoulders. This fits the definition.
This fits the definition.
But whether or not that's been the decision.
Yeah.
Yep.
F1.
So we appreciate Curtis Pierce here coming over and letting us know. We figured it would be a flagrant 1. That's what it is. Fisher, I think if we showed him the rule as it's written, he would agree.
Right.
So it's a simple flagrant 1, so it'll be a shot.
Above the shoulder. That's what he's trying to explain to Brandon Fisher.
So Central will get free throws and the ball. He's saying, I hit him in the chin. So now there's still a lot of conversation, and I'm not sure exactly about what. Maybe just clarifying everything for both benches. Josiah Wilson will take the free throw. Wilson, who's 5 for 13 from the line this year. Conley hits 2.
He shot both of those like he was 83% from the line. Okay, so now they cut the lead down a little bit. They get the ball back here. They could end up with a 5-point possession here.
See if it can lead to a turning point in this game. Very competitive first half and early part of the second. Rogers blocks one.
I don't know if Coach Price really wanted that shot that particular time from Wilson.
Active hands from Clarkson. They get in the lane of another one. Johnson now tries to go all the way. Somehow finds his left.
Great finish on a Euro step to the left. Carl Johnson has been really good getting to the basket today and in the lane defensively. He's had a pretty good afternoon. And he's got the duty of trying to shut down Allison.
Officials timeout here. Clarkson hobbling a little bit, so they'll get him out in favor of Monford.
I think he just turned it, stepped wrong. There wasn't really any contact over there on that side. Trying to run it off right now.
Meanwhile, a moment ago on the Badgers bench, Craig Kennedy was standing, putting his palms to the ground, saying, calm down, guys. 17-point lead is down to 10. It's just over 7 minutes to play. And another turnover. Josiah Wilson lost it out of bounds. It was poked out of there by the Badgers.
Yeah, Central State is just chipping away, especially defensively. And right now, the Badgers are letting the Marauders back in the game by turning the basketball over. And, you know, hey, the clock is your friend right now. The clock is your friend if you're sitting at Spring Hill.
Monfort around the screen, kept the dribble buried. Johnson into the chest of Hammond, got it again.
Johnson, he's getting to that rim, boy. He's going down Main Street, that's for sure.
9-0 run now for Central State. Allison
why not?
Draw the foul. Instead, he gets to 31 points with that.
Why not?
Allison does not look like your average freshman.
No, he does not.
And now it's Allison coming down for the rebound. No call as he trips over Wilson. Now the ball is knocked out of bounds for Central State. Last touch by Holland.
Right now, Justin Allison is the garçon this game. He is serving everyone. What do you want? You want a layup? You want a mid-range? You want a 3-ball? I'm going to serve you any way and every way that I can.
He's got 5 boards. He's got a team best 3 assists, a steal, a block, and a new career high of 31 points.
And a new nickname.
I wonder.
Fabio.
You don't think he's been called Fabio before?
Not by me.
You can call him whatever you want if he's stepping out and hitting 30.
Yeah.
Call him whatever.
That's right.
11-point game now that all the moisture's been cleaned up. Malik Fisher comes up to bring the defense with him, opens up the lane for the drive, doesn't fall for it. Rogers.
Oh! Rogers hitting the B button on a spin move. Missed opportunity on the offensive end for the Marauders in transition. Here comes Grayson Rogers again, the B button. Tom Johnson gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
Third foul now on Johnson.
And that now, Spring Hill needed that. They needed that in order to kind of stop this run by the Marauders.
It was a 9-0 run. That came after a 19-2 run for Spring Hill. Malik Fisher backing down Brandon. Then his fadeaway is off the mark. Allison, Daniels. How about Fisher again? Last touch by Brandon Fisher.
Fisher can't believe it.
Fisher is approaching 2020 territory.
And he's quietly having a 2020 game because we've been talking about Allison so much offensively, you know, and it's you know, it'll be the quietest 2020 we've ever seen.
Monford. Fisher comes over to help and will pick up the foul.
On the block.
Three fouls now on Fisher. Hard to tell if the knee has really bothered Monford ever since he went out. It doesn't appear as though it's hurt.
He's moving really well.
Yeah.
You know, he's still as quick as what he was at the game started. I just think that you know, sometimes, you know, the pain subsides if you have the injury, you don't feel it. He's gonna feel it in the morning or feel it on the travel back home. But right now, he's, you know, his body's still loose and he's young. You know, hey, you know, not like our morning ballers that we have back at home. You know,
not the church league guys.
Yeah, where you need a tub of ointment to get loose. Johnson doing a little Lance Stevenson guitar.
Quickly the other way. Johnson simply out of control. They'll say it was last touch by Rogers.
Big shot by Dotson, moving around. Fisher hits him right in the shot pocket. For those young fellas out there who want to play basketball, hey, a pass can lead to a shot. Whereas you give a guy a great pass right in his hands, he doesn't have to do much management of the basketball. He can knock that down right in the shot pocket. Pass that ball right in the shot pocket. Great pass by Fisher.
Despite the baby face, he's a redshirt junior who started his career at the Division I University of New Hampshire.
That was a great backdoor cut right there. Read by Randall Clarkson on the out-of-bounds play.
Allison splits the double team up high. Clarkson's going to get whistled for tripping it. It's only the second foul on Clarkson. All right, you ready for your Chris Brandt trivia?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Chris Brandt, who is currently on the bench for Spring Hill. We're just going to get this out of the way right now. It's number 44. Played a bit in the first half. His dad, you pointed out he played at Auburn. He was a basketball player.
Right.
What is his dad known for?
The Hack-a-Shack.
Ah, really? You know it?
Come on, man. That's my era, man. Pay attention, man. Hack-a-Shack. They started it back in at the Auburn LSU game.
He started it.
Yeah. They almost got to fighting.
Christian Brandt's father, when playing at Auburn, was the first to decide, you know what? Shaq can't shoot free throws. Let's just hack.
And who started it in the pros?
You got me.
Don Nelson, the Mavericks, with Bubba Wells. He sent Bubba Wells in to foul Shaq, and they would foul him well away from the ball.
Oh, Fisher. Malik Fisher hits his second three-pointer of the year.
Malik Fisher's got a nice offensive game to him. He's got...
Nobody's back. Marauders.
Nobody's back. Uncontested layup for Brandon Fisher.
Been forced to step up the pressure. Johnson hesitates and spins into the double team and got a jump ball.
Interesting.
Nope, now a foul.
Timeout.
It's a foul on Rogers.
Last 4 minutes is going to be good, baby. Last 4 minutes. Here it is. Brandon Fisher out racing all of the Marauders. Lefty layup.
Been a great atmosphere here all day for the Division II National Showcase, the doubleheader. Front end won by the women of Spring Hill by 2, surviving a wild late sequence for the last 5 seconds or so from Central State to hold them off and win it. And today, Justin Allison's been the story. Career best 31 points. He's got 6 boards, overshadowing a near 2020 effort from Brandon Fisher.
Yeah, it's been a great up and down, back and forth game, a game of spurts, and obviously Spring Hill has been on a massive spurt here. After the game was tied at 38, which was in the first half.
Spring Hill has hit 10 of their last 15 shots. They started this half 1 for 6. They're 11 for 21 now. Allison hangs in the air to find the extra pass down to Dotson.
Dotson's 3 for 3s. Knocked down all 3 of his open looks.
Montford tried to save that again. He did it earlier in this half.
Yeah, he didn't get away with that one. We call it up and down, but it's AKA travel.
It's travel. I mean, it's hard when you're on your way up to dribble the ball down. It's good luck.
Yeah, but it was a great challenge of the shot. That's what happened. I mean, he got challenged and he didn't see him coming.
Glad you're with us this afternoon. Now turning to evening. Darren Goldwater and the former Michigan State Spartan Damon Buffet. Spartans are in action right now, playing Indiana. Hoosiers falling on some hard times right now.
Yeah, so Hoosiers are falling on a hard time a little bit, being an Indiana native. And I have a daughter at IU, but I still can't cheer.
I mean, you played at Michigan State. What are you going to go cheer against them?
Hey, well, every time I see I would never do that.
No, of course not. Allison's previous career best was 30 points. That was against Fort Valley State. He had 7 threes in the process. Today, 4 threes, but 10 for 13 from the line.
Oh, yeah. He's gotten to the line. He's been able to score at all 3 levels.
Now Fisher puts an elbow into his face. Allison. And Allison throws an ill-advised pass. He's allowed a mistake. Now Malik Fisher. You can see the Marauders now. They're trying to make this game a little uglier.
Yeah, they're trying to make it uncomfortable for Spring Hill and move it up. So I don't know if that was the shot Coach Price wanted out of Fisher in that particular one. Obviously he can knock that down, but you know, and he's trying to force the issue. Still just now getting back, but the kid has a lot of promise. I can see in Fisher's game. He's got a really good skill set.
What's the biggest improvement that Fisher needs to make?
Well, obviously strength, and I think right now when he's just coming back off an ankle, so he doesn't have much lift on his shot. So that would contest to that last one being a air ball, because you know sometimes you need ankles your ankles into your shot.
Grayson Rogers will attack. Johnson lets him go. Flops down, doesn't draw the call, but the ball finds him. The ball just found the freshman Allison getting up off his back. It's really been a tale of two seasons for Justin Allison. First half of the year, trying to feel his way through it a little bit. He was a freshman, unsure of his role, unsure of really how the game and life is a little bit different when you get to college. Now he's been in the starting lineup, and that smile from Kennedy tells you what you need to know. It's been a pretty good game for Allison.
A lot of times with freshmen, and everybody goes through it, and you're a freshman athlete, finding your way, understanding campus life, and being, being away from home and new surroundings. And obviously he's really found his way now with a 30-point effort today.
He could get 40. He's got 38 now. He also has 8 rebounds. He could have a 40-10 day.
I think he's going to get 40. Just by the floor of the game, and it's going to be another foul. He's going to have the ball in his hand. But it's up to him if he's going to make the free throw.
Right. That's why he's still on the floor. A couple of substitutes have come in for Spring Hill, but they need someone out there to consistently handle the ball.
Yeah, it was
a couple guys.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Coach Kennedy doesn't have Jared Holland on the floor right now.
Yeah, the second ball handler. Allison is not fouled right away. Here's Brantz. That's the son of the player who invented the hack and shack over at Auburn, 44.
Did he invent it, or did Cliff Ellis, the coach, invent it?
Well, it could have been Cliff, but according to Craig Kennedy, he said it was his dad.
Somebody had to tell him to go start fouling. Nobody just goes to foul people, waste fouls.
I'll give you that. You're not just going to go fouling someone with your coach not telling you to do it.
Yeah, you know what? At this moment of the game, I'm just going to go hack shack.
Been a good day. Craig Kennedy was almost clairvoyant. He was with us at the half of the women's game. He said, first one to 100 wins. I laughed it off. I said, great. Give us that type of game. It'll be a lot of fun. They could easily get to 100 right here if they keep getting fouled.
There's some free throw shooting here in the tempo of this game. It's been an up and down, fast-paced game here in the second one. And even in the first one was with the women's, between these two schools, women's programs was a great game too. So we've had a good day of basketball here down in Mobile, Alabama, and the people here have been so supportive and nice and welcoming for us here with the ESPN broadcast.
Grayson Rogers gets it into the front court.
Wow. David Daniels.
He's got the rim.
He rocked the rim. He rocked the rim. Grayson Rogers. Here we go. Daniels said, hey, I'm going to the top floor while everybody else stays on the third floor.
I did see the rim bend that way in practice yesterday, so that rim has the ability to do it.
There's Mumford right there with a three.
And there's still pressure, and inside a minute and a half to go. Badgers and Allison, that won't be whistled.
Yeah, I think Coach Price is going to let it just play out here.
He just gave him that signal. Allison wants another assist there. First time he's shown us that pass, though.
Mumford just...
Yeah, Mumford fouled out.
Yeah, what he said. Yeah, he's gonna get a technical anytime. You can't say what he said to an official.
I think they're trying to figure out who should shoot the free throw because you got a foul and the technical.
Yep.
So first will be these free throws from Brant, and then they'll get probably Holland, I think, who's trying to check in to take the free throws. But he got to be on the floor to take it.
Yep.
Let's let Brant take it.
That was the technicals, and now here's the foul.
Meanwhile, some of the students seated or standing directly behind us, alerting Allison to the fact that he's got 38. Saying, you need 2 more, buddy, but he's not going to get it.
And this student section has been loud and ruckus for 2 games. As you can hear at home, they've been in it for 4 hours.
They've made this place fun. It's been an enjoyable day. Brant comes down for the rebound. So just a couple of possessions left. This does not look like a Spring Hill team that entered the day 2 for 10 in league play. 6 wins overall. This looks like the team that Craig Kennedy was hoping to see down the stretch.
Yeah. And they're decimated by their best, essentially their best player is out.
Still got to take one more shot. Rogers will drop one down low. That never hit the rim. Competitive game at the half. Badgers led it by 8. Then a 19-2 run when it was tied at 51. Put this game out of reach. For your player of the game, Justin Allison and Spring Hill College. Division II gives student athletes the unique opportunity to compete in the classroom, on the field, in their community for their causes, most importantly on their terms. NCAA Division II basketball, make it yours.
He's definitely earned that player of the game today. 38 points.
8 boards.
4 assists. He's done it all.
Yep. Even hit 14 free throws, which was a big, big part of this as Central State got in foul trouble.
He was the garçon. He was the waiter.
So Craig Kennedy picks up the win. Spring Hill College evens the season series with Central State. And Spring Hill has swept the Division II National Showcase doubleheader from the Marauders.
Yeah, a great day for the Spring Hill Badgers, both the women's and the men's program coming down here and showing great Southern hospitality. Well, not to the other team, but to us at least. But great game, great atmosphere. Take your hat off to Spring Hill College. They did a great job at hosting this showcase event here this weekend.
All right, your player of the game. We told you already. Make it yours, player of the game. Who else? Justin Allison.
Hey, Justin Fabio Allison getting to the rim, shooting pull-up jumpers from the elbow. Three-pointers, all different facets, no-look passes. I tell you, he was the garçon today. He was serving at everything. He served hors d'oeuvres, he served the main meal, and he also served dessert.
For my partner, Damon Bethea, John Cook, our producer and director, and our entire crew, I'm Darren Goldwater. Great job today. Spring Hill sweeps the doubleheader. Watch this game and others on our ESPN family of networks simply by logging on to WatchESPN.com or the Watch ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.